Hello children. So today we will start with a new chapter. Okay? Chapter number 2 is matter around us pure. The topics to be covered in this chapter are pure substances and types of mixtures, solution, suspension and colloids, physical and chemical changes, separating the components of a mixture. So let us start the chapter. Now, the name of the chapter is Matter Around Us Pure. Okay? The name of the chapter itself is a question. Is matter around us pure? Now, to answer this question, we should know two things. First one is matter. What is matter? Yes, we have learned matter in the first chapter. Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. So it can be living thing or a non-living thing. Okay, now to answer this question, we should know the second thing. That is the meaning of the term pure. Now for a common person, the term pure means something which is free of impurities, something which is clean, no adulteration. But when the term pure, when it comes in science, it has a different meaning. When you look at a glass of milk, it looks pretty clean, right? There are no impurities. So can I say the glass of milk is pure? In science, the term pure, okay, according to scientists, the term pure means which is made up of only one kind of particles. Okay, so according to scientists, the term pure means the substance which is made up of only one kind of particles. Example, coal, a piece of coal. It is made up of only carbon atoms. So it is a pure substance. Now opposite of pure is impure. Impure means, impure is also known as mixtures. Okay, so mixtures are the one which is made up of different kinds of particles. So in pure, it is made up of only one kind of particle, and mixtures, it is made up of different kinds of particle. If you look in this picture, the first one, pure substance. So it is made up of only red color, only one color, that is red color balls. Same color, same kind of particles. In mixtures, the second picture, you can see it has a combination of red as well as green particles. Okay. So pure substances are the one which is made up of only one kind of particle. Now in this picture you can see sugar. So when you observe sugar, you can see that the size, color and shape of the sugar particles are same. Okay, it looks same throughout. It looks white. Okay. Now the second picture, you can see soil. Soil contains, so when you observe soil, you can see that it contains clay, it contains dead insects, some grass, small stones, right? It does not look same throughout. So from this I can say that sugar is made up of only one kind of particle and it looks same throughout. It has a uniform composition throughout. So sugar is a pure substance. Whereas soil, it is made up of different kinds of particles. Okay, and it does not look same. The composition is not uniform. So I can say that soil is a mixture. So the question was, what was the question? Is matter around us pure? So I can answer all the matter around us is not pure. Why? Because matter around us exists in two forms or two types. One is in the pure form, another is mixture. Okay, so all the matter around us is not pure. Either they are in the mixed form or pure substances. Okay, so let us start with the first. Let us discuss in detail about pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances is a one which is made up of only one kind of particles. Okay. Now, in this picture you can see gold. Okay. When you look inside gold, it is made up of only gold atoms and it looks same throughout. Okay. The gold is composed of only gold atoms. The second picture we have water drop. So when you look inside water drop, you can see that it is made up of only one particle, that is water molecule. We know the chemical symbol of water, that is H2O, 2 hydrogen with 1 oxygen. Okay, so water is made up of only one particle, that is water molecule, and it looks same throughout. Molecule means what? Molecule means when two or more atoms are chemically bonded. In simple terms, when two or more atoms combine together, it forms molecule. Okay, so gold is made up of only gold atoms, so I can call it as element, because elements are those which are made up of only same kind of atoms, and water is made up of only one kind of particle, that is water molecule, so I can call it as compound. Okay, compounds are those which are made up of only similar kind of molecules. We will learn more about elements and compounds in the coming videos. Okay, so the properties of a pure substance. First one, pure substances are made of only one kind of particles. Like we have seen gold, it is made up of only gold atoms. They are homogeneous. Now homo means same. Okay, they have same composition throughout their mass, because they are composed of same atom. For that reason, their composition remains same. Okay, they look same throughout. A pure substance cannot be separated into any other kinds of matter by any physical means. That is, by either by evaporation or crystallization, I cannot separate out of pure substance because it is made up of only one kind of particle. So we cannot separate them. The physical and chemical properties remain same because it is made up of only one kind of particle. Okay, so the atoms, all the atoms will have same physical and chemical properties. Okay, so I hope you have understood what are pure substances. Okay, so for any substance, if it is pure, okay, it should have the following properties. It is made up of only one kind of particle and they are homogeneous. Homo means same. Okay. Now let us come to mixture. So mixture is a one which contains two or more pure substances mixed together. Or I can say mixture is a one which contains two or more different kinds of particles. Now salt and water, when you mix them together, we get salt solution. Salt solution is a mixture. Okay, so over here, salt solution contains different kinds of particle. We have salt particle and we have water particle. Even I can say that salt is a pure substance and water is a pure substance. So when two pure substances are combined together, it forms a mixture. Now there are two types of mixtures. You can see we have a cup of tea. Now how do we make tea? It is very simple. For tea, we add milk, sugar, water, tea powder, right? When you mix them all, we get tea, right? But are we able to distinguish sugar from milk? Or are we able to distinguish tea powder from milk? No, we cannot distinguish between tea powder and milk because it looks same throughout, right? The tea looks same throughout. So I cannot distinguish where is the tea leaf or where is the milk. Orange juice. How do we make orange juice? Orange pulp mixed with water forms orange juice. Now, can we distinguish? Are we able to distinguish pulp from water? No, we cannot distinguish pulp and water because this orange juice looks same throughout. Okay, it has a uniform composition. Now, like I said, if it is uniform composition, it will be homogeneous. Homo means same. Okay. Let us look inside tea. Now, you can see there are different kinds of particles because tea is made up of different kinds of particles. We have milk, we have sugar, we have water. So, tea is a mixture. Orange juice. You can look at the arrangements. Okay, even in this you can find different kinds of particles. In orange juice we have pulp, we have water. So, it is a mixture. So, I can conclude that tea and orange juice, they are homogeneous mixtures. Why? Homo means because they have same composition throughout and it contains different kinds of particles. So, they are homogeneous mixtures. Okay. Homogeneous mixtures are those which blend or which mix together very well and we cannot separate the ingredients. I cannot separate pulp from water or I cannot separate milk from tea leaf. Okay, so such kind of mixtures are called as homogeneous mixtures. Now in this you can see sand mixed in water. So when we mix sand in water, what will happen? The sand will deposit at the bottom and water will float on the top. Now over here, the composition, it is not uniform because I can see, here we can see sand separately and water separately. So they do not have uniform composition. They have different composition. So it is called as heterogeneous. Hetero means different. I can easily differentiate sand and water. Okay. Now oil and water. Again, when you mix oil in water, the oil will float on the top and water at the bottom. Again, we can easily differentiate between oil and water. It does not look same throughout. The composition is not same. Okay. So I can conclude that sand in water and oil in water, they are heterogeneous mixtures. Why? Because they do not have uniform composition and it is made up of different kinds of particles. You can see in the picture, the particle can easily differentiate. The properties of mixtures. Now mixtures can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Example, tea. Tea is a homogeneous mixture because it has a uniform composition. It looks same. Oil is a Heterogeneous. Why? Because I can easily differentiate between oil and water. Mixtures are always made up of two or more kinds of particles. So when two or more particles are mixed together, it forms a mixture. Different constituents or particles retain their property. Now what do you mean by this? Now I have oil in water. Okay. Now if I separate oil from water, the oil will still possess its character. That is, it will be sticky. If I separate water, the water will still possess its own properties, its own character. Okay, so the different particles will retain their properties. The properties will not change. Mixtures can be separated into different kinds of matter by physical means. Example, salt solution. So from that I can separate salt and water. Okay, either by evaporation. Okay children, so till now we learned what are pure substances and mixtures. Okay, we will learn more in detail about mixtures in the coming videos. Now in this you can see there's a packet, and on the packet it is written pure ghee. Okay, pure ghee. Now over here, just now we have learned that pure means which is made up of only one particle. So does that mean that this ghee is made up of only one kind of particles? No. Ghee is a mixture. It is made up of different kinds of particles. Then why do we use pure over here? So when we are writing pure, it means that there is no adulteration. Okay, there are no harmful substances present in it. Right, because we are using this term pure in daily terms. It means that there is no adulteration. Okay, it does not contain any harmful substances. Okay, I hope you have understood what are pure substances and mixtures. Okay, thank you children.